What's up, morning family? Somebody asked a question. When you meet a man meets you. So how long does it take for a man to meet you? To get a first date. So that's what the question that a young lady has asked. It's kind of a. I was like, no, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm not sure, but I asked the Lord, and a story came to me in Genesis 24. That's where it was. When Abraham, he was getting old and he wanted to be able to, was about to die. He wanted to be able to find us. We wanted to be able to find a wife for his 40-year-old virgin son. He ain't got no experience with women. He didn't know what he's looking for, and it's a yielding spirit. In other words, he'll say yes, honey, do whatever. He was sent 101. You know what I'm saying? And his father had to avoid that for his son, because he was one too, like me. Simp 101, always yielding, yes dear, just to keep you pleased, just to keep you happy, just to keep you peace and all that type of stuff. But in that story, he asked his servant, because he was really like that. He said, look, I want you, don't choose none of these women around here for my boy, right? These women around here, they're not the one. See what it is, we have a legacy. We have a legacy to be able to keep. And we're expecting the promised one to come through my loins, because it was promised like that. So we can't just pick any woman, because if we pick the wrong woman, she's going to lead my yielding son to the left or to the right, basically away from God. So look, go and go in Genesis 24, check it out for yourself. I'm not going to tell you which verse. Go take your time and read it. Morning. Go to my father's house and find me somebody from my kin, somebody who's a worshiper like a god. So he went, took like some stuff with him, some gifts in order to, because you can't go looking for women without gifts or without stuff. And then he went and he prayed, and then God said, what had told him, like through Abraham, that the Lord's going to send his angel before him, and it's going to be pretty way for him to go find a good wife for him. So anyway, as they get like to Haran, I think it is, he gets over there, and it was around the evening time. The evening time was the time generally when the women will go out to draw water. So number one, you got to be a working woman. Don't be around and thinking that you got to be served. Please don't do that. Be out there where you're supposed to be working, right? After that, he says, well, crumbs, Lord, there's a lot of beautiful women here. They're all strangers to me. I don't know which one to pick. You know what I'm saying? But then the thought came to him, you know what? We need to make sure where I'm from and what I'm used to, what used to the kindness and the generosity and the nurturing spirit and energetic type of woman. That's what you want to choose. So they go pick water, and out comes Rebecca, ultra gorgeous, virgin, all that type of stuff. And what happened was she dipped her thingy, put the vase on her head or whatever, and then he asked him, Eliezer, the servant like of Mom Abraham, asked her, hey, Mom, sweetie, can I have some water, please? Remember when Christ asked woman well about the water as well? That was a test. That was a test that the women is not sure of what's happening here. But this is what happens. If you are of a generous, nurturing, friendly, kind spirit, not only will you give water to him, but you give water to his camels, because he had a bunch of them. He went railing by himself. He had servants. He had stuff. He had stuff in order to bring back the bridal party back with him if he so chooses, so far as like a woman. So she goes and hastily, you better watch your scriptures, hastily go get the water and fed every single camel with the water and stuff like that. To the point to where the man who asked didn't say nothing, he just kept his mouth shut. He said, wait a minute, Bob. I think I got something here. So what he does is, he asks, who's your people? Because you got to know the whole facts. I'm sorry, I'm going to call it like I see it. You got to know of what ear she's from. Oh, my father's servant, da-da-da-da-da. So then he bowed down and prayed, thank you, Lord Jesus, I'm finding the correct family that I'm supposed to go to in order to find like a wife for my master, like for my master's son. So this is how you do it if you're looking to get a first date. You start it. Next time you meet up with that man, you find out what he likes to eat. He says sandwiches or likes beef or whatever it is, or chicken or fish or whatever, and how he likes to be prepared and stuff like that. Okay. Next time you link up with him, you bring that stuff with you. Let me look here. You bring that stuff with you. And your date starts wherever you are. You ain't got to get him to take you nowhere. That's 2026 thinking. Understand me? We got to go back to the old school. If you want to have a long, committed relationship, that stuff's already built in you to be able to want that, to desire that. And there's always a desire for the man to have a good legacy. So it does matter what's just done. The trauma is real in both sides, because guys are afraid now to be able to pick. Because guys are always being told no, and you ain't fine enough, you're not handsome enough, you ain't got enough money, you're too fat, So guys are used to rejection, but the women's not used to the rejection. Look up here. They're not used to the rejection. So when you guys get rejected, it's like, oh my gosh, the world's falling in. No. That's that humble pie that guys have to eat in order for them to grow. Enjoy this humble pie. Make him a pie. That'll be nice. Make him a pie and give it to him in the public. Yeah, here you go. Don't bring him to your house and all that type of stuff. None of all that there, because I'm going to show you something about flowers a little later on and give you something on that there. Because it's important. Women like to receive flowers generally, but guys like to receive them too. But we'll get to it later. At the end of the day, I hope this video ain't too long. It's 6 minutes. Lord have mercy. Anyway, you guys enjoy yourself. It's your boy.